I don't know about you, but this is one of those moments where you wake up ready for qualifying, ready to see who's got speed, who's bluffing, who's sandbagging, and then the rain just wipes it all out. Just like that. And suddenly, the whole vibe of race weekend shifts. Because when qualifying gets canceled at a place like Atlanta, it's not just about losing a session, it changes the energy. It changes the way teams approach Sunday. It changes the way we, as fans, look at the grid. And this time? Oh, this one hits a little different. Something major just happened to the starting lineup for the Auto Trader 400. Something that could seriously shape how this race unfolds, especially at a track where track position kinda matters, but also kinda doesn't. And if you've been watching closely since Daytona, you already know why this situation is fascinating. Before we break it all down, do me a quick favor. If you're a real NASCAR fan who lives for this stuff every single week, hit that like button, subscribe to NASCAR Nation Report, because this channel is brand new and we're pushing toward our first 5,000 subscribers. If you love honest NASCAR talk from fans who actually watch every lap, you're in the right place. Here we go. Qualifying at Atlanta got completely washed out by rain. No laps, no pressure runs, no last-second drama. So NASCAR went straight to the performance metrics formula, the system they adopted a few years ago specifically for situations like this. And if you've been paying attention since last weekend, you already know what that means. Because sitting on the pole for the Auto Trader 400 is none other than Tyler Reddick. And honestly, it makes total sense. Reddick is coming off that massive win at the Daytona 500 last week. Winning the biggest race of the season automatically puts you in a strong position in the metrics formula, which factors in finishing position and owner points. So when qualifying got canceled, the math basically handed him the #1 starting spot. And lining up right beside him on row 1 is Joey Logano. Now that pairing right there, that's spicy. Because Logano won the pole and the race in the first Atlanta event back in 2023. He knows how to control the air at this place. He knows how to manage the draft. But here's the twist, and this is important. Since that 2023 race, the pole winner at Atlanta has an average finish of 18th. 18th. That tells you everything about what this track has become. Atlanta now races like Daytona International Speedway and Talladega Superspeedway. Horsepower is throttled, the pack stays tight, and starting position doesn't guarantee control. It helps, sure. Clean air matters. But this is pack racing. This is survival racing. And that's why this lineup is so fascinating. Because with Atlanta's current personality, mid-pack drivers absolutely have a shot to run up front when the laps start winding down. You don't have to start first to be there with 10 to go. You just have to survive. Still, let's go through this entire field because there are storylines everywhere. Row 1, Tyler Reddick on pole, Joey Logano alongside him. Row 2, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Chase Elliott. Stenhouse at a drafting track? That's always dangerous. And Elliott at his home track in Georgia? The crowd is going to be electric. Row 3, Brad Keselowski and Zane Smith. Keselowski knows how to manage superspeedway chaos better than almost anyone. And Zane Smith starting that far up? That's a huge opportunity. Row 4, Chris Buescher and Riley Herbst. Row 5, Bubba Wallace and Josh Berry. Then you've got Noah Gragson starting 11th, Daniel Suarez 12th. And let's not forget, Suarez's win at Atlanta 2 years ago was about the closest thing we've seen to a true surprise winner at this track this century. Behind them, William Byron, Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar, Kyle Larson, and Larson starting 16th at a drafting track? That's honestly not a bad place to be. Mid-pack, you've got Ty Dillon, Cody Ware, AJ Allmendinger, Michael McDowell, Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, John Hunter Nemechek, Ty Gibbs, Ryan Preece, Cole Custer, Shane Van Gisbergen, Denny Hamlin, Austin Cindric. And look at this, Christopher Bell starting 32nd. That's one to watch. Bell has speed almost everywhere, and if he hooks up with the right drafting partners, he could slice through this field. Further back, Austin Dillon, Chase Briscoe, Todd Gilliland, Alex Bowman, BJ McLeod, and JJ Yaley rounding out the 38-car field. Now here's the big picture impact. Because Atlanta races like a mini Daytona or Talladega now, starting up front is nice, but it's not a guarantee. In fact, sometimes being too aggressive early at these pack-style tracks puts a target on your back. The draft shuffles everything. And that's why Reddick on the pole is interesting. Not because it guarantees anything, but because momentum is real. Winning the Daytona 500, then rolling into Atlanta with the top starting spot thanks to the metrics? That's confidence. That's swagger. That's a team that feels unstoppable right now. But Atlanta doesn't care about swagger. Atlanta cares about who survives. And remember, since the reconfiguration, we really haven't seen true shock winners here. Suarez 2 years ago was about as close as it gets. Usually, it's still one of the big hitters in the mix when it matters most. So the question becomes, does Reddick keep the momentum rolling? Does Logano control the front like he did in 2023? Or does somebody buried in that mid-pack chaos time the draft perfectly with 5 laps to go? That's what makes this so fun. Rain took qualifying away from us. But honestly, it just made Sunday more unpredictable. And that's why I love this sport. This lineup sets the stage for pure pack racing drama. Championship implications start building early in the season. Momentum matters. Points matter. Playoff positioning starts earlier than people think. And if Atlanta turns into the kind of race we've seen lately, we're in for a wild one. If you're as fired up about this as I am, hit that like button and drop your winner prediction in the comments. And if you love real NASCAR talk from someone who lives and breathes this sport every single week, subscribe to NASCAR Nation Report. We're a new channel trying to hit our first 5,000 subscribers, and we're building a community of real fans. No corporate filter, just honest racing conversation. I'll see you after the green flag. Let's go racing.